Hey everybody, it's Eddie J for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. It has been a very eventful day. Very eventful day. What do we have going on? We've got tons of things going on. So the markets took a hit today. You had the SEC take it on the chin. You have GameStop not meeting what they said they were going to meet. You just have a lot of stuff that just hit the market like with a gut punch. Just like that. So what happened first? Here's what happened first. Earlier this week, you had the Canadian government or the Canadian central bank lower interest rates. Then you had the ECB follow suit. Then after that, you had everybody thinking that the United States was probably going to follow suit, or it's possible because some G7 members are doing that. Take a step back. Then you have the jobs hit. 272,000 jobs created. Now, that was unexpected. People were expecting a good number of jobs to have been created. Not that number, though. Not that number. So what happens? You have people start to lose it. So the markets tank. So we went from $71,000 plus all the way down to like 68. And that's when people started losing their minds because everything dropped down to 68. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, oh, it's time to go shopping. I didn't think this was going to happen again. Let me go buy some stuff. That's what I thought. Do you want to know why? Because the market has, or at least the crypto space has created a higher low, right? We've got a floor and it's about $68,000. It's around there. So we didn't go too much below that and we kept going up. And so you sit there and you're kind of like, well, we recovered a little bit. The overall damage is like $2,000 to Bitcoin. That's okay, isn't it? From where we are, I mean, let that wash over you for a minute. We are now hovering where we were just 2 days ago, and now we're hovering at what is predominantly our previous all-time high. Nobody should be crying. Nobody should be upset. We should all be sitting here saying, let's go shopping, right? Because everything came down a little bit. Everything came down a little bit. So you start with that. And then you add on top of that, people were still thinking that we're definitely going to get a rate cut. Hard to give a rate cut when you have so many jobs being created. I think people are missing things. You have a number of companies that have gone through reorganizations, job cuts, right? And then you have those same organizations rehiring for the new roles that they created. So they shed a whole bunch of people to wind up bringing back a portion of those people. And you forget, some industries shed a whole bunch of people and then their kin, like take the banking industry, other banks are just picking up some of those people. Hence, you have a lot of jobs on the market. Here's something that becomes very, very real. If you're paying attention to the jobs market, you will start to notice that what you wind up having is a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing, right? And what I mean is, you just fired a whole bunch of people. Now you're bringing back a whole bunch of people. Does that make sense? Yeah, they spent a lot. They thought it was easier to do that than it was to actually, just come in and, do some real work and ask themselves, well, should we actually get rid of some of these people? Right? And so you start to realize that certain things were created that shouldn't have been created. Those opportunities shouldn't have been there. So now you have this round robin. Well, when you look at the banking industry, the investment banks doing really well. They really are. They're doing really, really well. And so you look at everybody else and you say to yourself, hey, Spend Cookie, Jetpack, we've got Ruby, over on Instagram, S Miller over on Instagram, Air It Up, airbrushing. I like that. Old graffiti head, grew up in New York City, of course. So you have a lot of these jobs coming back because they didn't want to do the work because they thought cutting all those people at the beginning was just fine. It's just fine. And if they find a job back at the bank, we'll do whatever. But then you had other banks get into trouble and now they need the help. So now they're scooping up resources. Here's something else that's going on in the job market that everybody's talking about. Ghost jobs. Ghost jobs. Jobs that are put out there but are not actually real. So large companies do this all the time, right? They post a job, they've got to put it out there. Even when they've already said that person's got the job, they've got to post it. They've got to go through the normal process, even though everybody else is going to be told no, and that resource is going to be told yes. Right? So you have those jobs. Then you just have jobs where they just want to collect, resumes in case they need something down the road. Then you just have straight up ghost jobs, right? And ghost jobs bite. They hurt people because people spend money. These companies don't care about how much money you spend to get your clothes done, get your hair done, get your nails did, all that stuff. And I'm not just talking about women. It takes a lot to keep this nice and, that's why I don't shave all the time, but it takes a lot. So these people have to get dressed, look good, travel to a meeting, whether they take public transportation or drive themselves, whatever it is, it costs them time and costs them money. These companies don't care. Don't care. So of that 272,000 jobs, I'm expecting that number to be corrected. Every month, we correct numbers. I'm expecting those numbers to be corrected. Still, there will wind up being more real jobs out there than what was expected. Right? And that's a very big deal. Pronanimous me, how are you? My friend's daughter applied for a job. They sent her HR paperwork and then cleaned her bank account out. That's because that wasn't a real job. And you're pointing out a scam. That's right. There are tons of scams that are out there. And it's really, really dangerous. I feel sorry for your friend's daughter. Right? It's really, really tough out there. Really tough. So we've got to be a little bit more vigilant about everything. But those jobs numbers came in and crushed it. Crushed it. Everybody took it on the chin. Stock market took it on the chin. Crypto market took it on the chin. Right? Then you have this guy, Roaring Kitty. We'll get to him in a minute. But what I really want to share is economic data will have an effect on the crypto market, not just the stock market. I want you to understand that. Okay? This is why I tell you guys all the time to do your own research. Always. Always. No matter what. Excuse me, I'm typing to like two different screens and I'm just trying to keep everybody, known that I see you. Sandy Champion, I see you. Huskers, I see you. The Man Who Loves, cute name. Auden Benavides, I see you. Right? Ruby Singh, I see you. Funny Pronanimous me. Yes, I am multitasking. Because I'm my own producer. Hello, Bianca. Oh yeah, and that is so messed up. But someone told me that they had to make this so the current workers, to work harder. And that's not, if you have to do that so that your current workers work harder, you are not a leader. You're not even a manager. But let's put that aside. I'm telling this to you so you can start to see what happens. I'm feeling the jobs numbers were not going to be good for the market. I just had that feeling. So did I do my normal DCA? Of course I did. Dollar cost averaging for those who don't realize. I did. Exactly, Huskers. It's a good time to buy. But buy smart. You buy smart and you're able to buy smart if you pay attention and do your own research. Don't listen to a talking head like me. Get information from me. Get information from others. Go read a lot of articles and then sculpt your decisions, right? Other people will tell you, oh, you should buy this. Oh, you should buy this. Oh, you should buy this. I don't tell you, oh, you should buy something. I tell you what I bought, and you make your own decisions. I tell you my reaction to certain news, and then you go make your own decisions. But I deliver the news first, then I tell you how I feel about it. Because I'm not here to try to sell you something, other than my own services, my company services, but I'm really here to help you understand what it is that you're doing. And you know what I want even more? What I get even more of? I get more from other people sharing over here, right? That's what I get. I get people telling me I have Hutanic. We have conversations about Cardano all the time. All the time. And yes, he busted my chops the other day because I couldn't remember that Cardano was one of the coins that people think are going to be the next ETF, the next spot ETF. So he was busting my chops. But that's what's up. This is how we learn, by building a community of people that want to grow their bags, whether it be crypto, stocks, options, bonds, business. You want to buy a company so that you can make money. You want to buy real estate. I came across a piece of real estate in Wisconsin. I was this close, making phone calls. Then I found out, it's not a multifamily, it's a single family. The price was real sweet too, real sweet. So a friend of mine already has property out there. Then if I would have had this property, we could have hired a management company to take care of it all. No problems. Go do that for us. But it was a single family. So we're back to looking around because both my boys want to do real estate. Really smart. My daughter wants me to do crypto for her. And my other daughter's not there yet. She's still doing research and stuff. But the idea is that the community grows because we learn from each other and we keep going like that. What else happened in the news? GameStop didn't deliver. GameStop did not deliver. As a matter of fact, they delivered really bad news. What was it? 29%, almost 30% of sales going, right? You had that guy Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill. He was like, oh, I'm going to have, a live at 12 o'clock today. When I heard those numbers come out prematurely from GameStop, I cracked up and didn't pay mind to anything that happened at 12 o'clock today. Because nothing that he said, which, by the way, he said nothing new. Nothing. So GameStop shares dropped like hot rocks. The crypto, the memes that are based on GameStop dropped like hot rocks. And basically anything that he said, just poor timing, buddy. Poor timing. You were going to have a live when GameStop was going to release their numbers. Yeesh. So now GameStop is tanking. This is why I tell people, influencers are cute. Influencers are cute. Did you pay attention to Hulk Hogan today? I was reporting on that this morning. Hulk Hogan had a meme coin. And then he came out and said, oh, what was released on my Twitter account wasn't me. And it went from $19 million down to $3 million. So maybe it wasn't a rug pull. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I don't know. From $19 million down to $3 million, that doesn't look so good to me. That no bueno. Paula Mortimer, how are you? Victor Gonzalez, how are you, my brother? So I'm sitting there and I'm just saying to myself, none of that was a good thing. None of that was a good thing at all. Everybody on Instagram, we have a whole big community happening over on YouTube. And a lot of these people are also on growmybag.tv. So just putting it out there for you guys so that you can join the larger community. Anyway, but you look at some of these meme coins, and I keep telling people, be careful with these meme coins. Be ridiculously careful with these meme coins, right? Some of these meme coins have been around for a minute. So when you look at Pepe, well, Pepe's been around here for a minute. The only thing that you heard bad about Pepe was that there was some in-house fighting. That's it. No rug pulls. None of that nonsense. Just some in-house fighting. Made them look dirty a little bit. Shrugged it off, recovered. They're doing their thing. So now the question is, as the market took a dip today, actually, you know what? I should actually open up a poll and just ask you guys, did you buy on the today? And that's a simple yes, no. Did you buy on the dip today? That's what I want to know. That's honestly what I want to know. Lasky the first, what's up? You're pimping that coin. If you're going to pimp that coin, tell me why. Tell me why you like that coin so much. Tell me why. Tell us all why you like that coin so much. Because it's a Japanese based coin based in Japan, right? Supposedly it's their largest coin, but I want you to understand something. The US dollar versus yen is getting just tanking it on the chin every day. The Japanese yen is not as strong as it used to be. So I need to understand why you're just out here pumping, that coin. I want to know. I'm curious. I'm serious. Teach me something. Right? When I want to know about Cardano, I call Hutanik. I call my boy, Mr. Shook when I want to know about Pendle. Pendle took it on the chin today too. That's unfortunate. But things happen. So I want to know what is your reaction? For everybody that's on Instagram, I can only do that poll over YouTube. And if you go over to YouTube, you can see Grow My Bag, and you can actually, just subscribe, and you can take part in the polls. There's a 5-minute rule. You have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes, and then you can chat with us in the whole 9. But I wanted to open up things to the Instagram crew because I get a lot of love from over there. So I was like, it's time to see if I can get them, all together. And we do have some lively conversations. Like, wow, we really do. There are people that come on just to pimp coins. There are people that come on not to pimp a coin, but us onto a coin to let us know that, hey, we should probably, talk about this. And I came across this one, and I think it would be interesting for the community. So I only have one rule about that. The one rule is tell me what their ranking is on CMC, what their market cap is, and is their information on CMC actually verified, right? Sometimes, I've had people tell me about, coins. There is a coin that I'm supposed to do some research on, because supposedly they have like 40 something patents, but they're not listed anywhere. So then I start to think, well, is it really just a company that's trying to make money off the coin so that they can run the business, or are they a real project? See what I mean? There's a difference. There is a difference. So instead of going for, money, going for a GoFundMe or something like that, they're trying to do the coin thing. So I pay attention to those things, right? I really do try to pay attention to those things. And so when I look at you guys and I ask you, wow, 6 votes already. When I ask you guys what you're doing, it's not because I'm trying to be funny. It's because I'm learning too. I didn't know about Pendle. I'm glad I didn't get involved with Pendle before, but I'm happy to find out about it because it's one of those interesting projects. For me, it landed on my interesting project list. So now that they took it on the chin, now I'm kind of like, well, is it a good time to get in? And I have to analyze it again. And this is what the community brought to me. It brought to the rest of us is what I should say. So that's really cool. So this is what I'm sharing with you guys. What else happened that was interesting today? Let's see. The SEC took it on the chin. It was a court decision by the appeals court. Lasky the first. Yo, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. Let me read that immediately. I go off of social currency more than anything. If the people are for it, I will get behind it because I know when the bull run is really on, people will dive in on it. Doge, Jasmy headed to top 20. I don't know about Jasmy. I seriously doubt it. I do not think that Jasmy will hit the top 20. Will it do well? Highly possible. But do I think it'll hit the top 20? I don't think so. And the only reason why is because if you remove the stable coins, the top 25 coins, the top 25 non-stable coins are, stop it, Losky. The top 25 coins, removing stable coins, are strong projects. They're strong projects. So Jasmine would have to beat out some seriously strong projects to get there, right? But I want you to think about something. It's hard to get into the top 50. It's hard to get into the top 50, let alone get in the top 25. The top 20? What? So a coin that battles to get into the top 50, you got to pay attention to that. You got to show some love, got to show some respect. Give me a moment. I think I read Jasmine is based off a Bitcoin ETF, but I may be mistaken. I would like to know more as well. Losky, do you have anything? Because I did not do a deep dive on Jasmine. What do you feel about Aerodrome Finance? What I think you should do is tell me what their, if that's a coin, then what is their ranking? What is their market cap, right? And is their information verified on CoinMarketCap? Or is it verified on like CoinGecko, right? There are certain where I would actually think about, doing that, because for me to do research, I get so many questions about, what do you think about this? What do you think about what do you think about? I need a little bit of information before I get there. So if you tell me that this coin is, I know Arrow's not in 5,000s, but if you tell me this coin, thank you. If you tell me this coin is in the 5,000s, like ranked 5,000 something, I'm going to pay like jack attention to it. I'm done. That means that coin has not registered on anybody's radar just yet. Not necessarily there. This one project, and I keep forgetting the name, this one project that somebody told me to look into has got patents. So the qualifier is, Eddie, I saw the patents on USPTO. That's the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And they were like, I saw some of the patents. It's a real deal. So now I'll go do some of the research. So even if they're not listed, because they're holding patents, I'll go take a look, and I will be evaluating them in a different way. I'll be evaluating them as a business, not necessarily a coin, right? There's a big difference in that. But this is grow my bag. So we only care about how are we growing our bags legally, right? So look at BlackBerry. BlackBerry's value didn't really come from their hardware. Their value came from their trademarks. This is why I would look at that space. So if I had an opportunity to buy into a company as a stock that was holding that kind of patents, I'd rather do that, because then I actually have some kind of a say. If I look at it over here as a coin, I have jack. I have nothing. I've got a coin. That coin could go nowhere, and it might not have any effect on the business. See what I mean? So I'm looking around into that. By the way, air it up airbrushing. Where are you from? I like to know where people are from. But I'm thinking about, what else happened today that drove the market nuts. And by the way, it's Friday Flip, so you have questions. This is a two-way street conversation. So if you have a question, pop it up. Losky was smart. He was like, I know he can't see it. I'm going to drop that right there so he can actually see it, and it'll stay right there. No matter how much everything scrolls, it'll stay for a bit. You're in Milwaukee? Are you serious? I was looking for property in Madison. That's where I found the property. I was looking for property in Madison. I was actually in Milwaukee for a couple of contracts a few years ago. It's a really nice place to be. If you're thinking about global warming and you want to buy property, that's one of the places you should be looking. Upstate New York is another place. So that whole strip going across the United States, whatever floats right there in that space in the United States, good places to get some stuff. And the reason why is because global warming is going to make those areas warmer. So I'm paying attention to that. Like, if you're a person of color and you're thinking about Europe, maybe not, because Europe's not great when it comes to heat. So global warming is changing a few things. North is way too cold, but good prices. It's not. I'm telling you, go look at the winters that have been and that are coming. Global warming is a real thing. So those temperatures are decreasing. So I want property that's going to be near water, have a lot of land, so I can do kind of like the Fort Knox thing. I have friends that have compounds upstate, and they've done the Fort Knox thing. So a couple of acres out in a radius, they've cleared the land. Beyond that, they've got different stages of security. We're all security nuts. And really, you don't want to see my brother. He's next level type stuff. But yeah, I think about how we can all money. So my question is, did you take your money? Like, I keep dry powder. You guys might hear me talk about it all the time, keeping dry powder. So I have a dollar cost averaging strategy where I go in and I'll buy on a regular basis blindly. I'll go buy based on my strategy what I'm going to do. Probably about every quarter, I'll revisit the percentages that I have, for my strategy. Then I have what I call dry powder. And a part of my DCA strategy is literally putting into my dry powder fund. This is a situation where I would be using my dry powder fund. And the reason why is because we took a nice little hit, right? So my DCA had me buying before the hit, but my dry powder had me buying up a lot after the hit. So there's one that I'm missing, and Hutanic will probably love this. I didn't buy any more Cardano, and I mean buy some more Cardano. So I have a little bit more money left. So I want to buy Cardano. And I haven't made up my mind on if I'm going to buy Shiba Inu, Doge, right? Maybe Pepe, but I really want to see how much of a hit each one of the coins have taken and whether or not I can get in. What I was able to get my hands on was, and everybody on YouTube is going to crack up, I got my hands finally on some Not coin. I know there are a few people that are choking on it right now. I went out and got some Not coin. And the reason why I got Not coin and Ton coin is because I had to get over, everybody's familiar, I had to get over certain things. I wasn't trusting of the open network because it was built by somebody that was involved with Telegram, and I always associated Telegram with nothing but nefarious characters, and I didn't want to put my money into it. Then once I made that separation between the technology and how only a percentage of people are using it in the wrong way, that's when I took a step back and I said, okay, I know what I'm doing. Matt, you're right. You knew I was going to get Not. As soon as Telescan, not nice. Every night, Matt shows up and he chooses violence. Every single night, he chooses violence. If you think about the technology behind it, it's actually solid state technology. And then when you look at how they're building that whole area, I started thinking, oh, this is interesting now. So once I took off the I hate the nefarious people on their hat, and I started looking at it as a technologist, I was able to see the value in what I was going to purchase. So I purchased some. And then I went back and I bought some more. And today I went and said, you know what? I have Ton. Let me go buy some Not, because I think Not is going to take off. Right? Because you've got, Hamster Combat. There's a game on there. You've got a few games that are coming that are going to be big within the Telegram space. Remember, Ton coin is not a meme coin. It's a real transactional coin that is predominantly right now within that Telegram ecosystem. What is that? C Sukup or C Sukup? I don't know how to pronounce it, and I apologize, but hello and welcome. So, now I'm watching Not, and I had zero interest before. Okay, cool. That's fair. That's fair. I picked up Not because everything took such a hit. Everything took such a hit, and I was like, oh man, I'm already carrying a lot of stuff on the Solana blockchain, so there was no reason to visit any memes there. And I was like, I don't have anything else other than Ton. Let me go grab something. And Not was right there, and I said, I'm going to grab Not for sure. For sure. So I just grabbed some Not, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if it grows from there. I think it will, right? Because they have a captive audience. They have very much of a captive audience. Thank you. It took a minute for me to come to my senses and be like, yeah, let me do this. Now, the SEC took it on the chin today. XRP just partner with Roblox Gaming. I don't know about that. There are rumors. I don't know about that. I have to go look into it. And so here's something else. So who was it? It was Hutanic. I think it was Hutanic, that told me, he said, listen, XRP has a future. I know XRP has a future, but here's the problem. I think XRP's future is more on the stablecoin side than the real coin side, right? Than the XRP side. So because things are changing in that space, then that's why I'm thinking that. So I don't know so I already have a bag of XRP. I've been carrying that bag for a while, hoping, praying that they'll do something. But I'm watching their moves, and their moves, I mean, really? Roblox? I don't think that's a thing. I really don't think that's a thing. I'll look into it, but I don't think it's a thing. Via Benzinga, Roblox team. Oh, Benzinga. How did they get theirs? Oh, stop there. Roblox teams up with BitPay to offer ripples. No, that was a press release. That's not news. They're not doing anything. Roblox does not have a deal with XRP. They've got a deal with BitPay. So a while ago, I'm going to say about a year ago, BitPay started, hitting the news wave saying, all these coins have deals with all these places. No, they're picking up BitPay, right? And they're allowing people to use their money, just like Visa, MasterCard. They're allowing people to use their digital assets, and then BitPay flips that into fiat and pays the company that you're actually working with. That's not Roblox getting into crypto. It's not Roblox getting into crypto. Think of it, it's closer to, Roblox getting paid by PayPal. It's closer to that than anything else. Roblox sees no crypto. What they see is the fiat that they get from BitPay. And they went on a tangent a while ago doing that, dropping news releases like that. That's not, it's not the one. So yeah, Benzinga, people pay big money for Benzinga. On the stock side, they know what they're talking about, or some people on there know what they're talking about. Remember, they're analysts, they're money managers writing those articles, just like on Seeking Alpha, right? Like I've got a membership to Seeking Alpha, and I pay attention to who's actually writing things. I look them up. I look to see how many articles that do I kind of agree with, who I don't agree with, all those kinds of things, and I look to see who they are. For the most part, they're not employees. They're people that have written articles that have been accepted by, and then they get promoted. And then if they use their articles, they get paid for those articles. That's how that works. And then hopefully they've written enough articles and people like them, and they'll join in their private chats and things like that. And then hopefully they'll let them manage their money. That's the business. That's a deal for big, not for these guys. Like I was on there, where was I? Buying something today, and one of the options was BitPay. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. So BitPay is taking in all of these digital assets, has some kind of a deal, probably leveraging those digital assets, flipping the fiat and paying people. And they're making money on the upside of those assets. Lose money on the downside too, but on the upside, they're, making bank. That's a way to make bank. Big bank. So yeah, be careful about what you read and where you get it from, and understand how it all works. From a technologist perspective, I don't look at BitPay any harder than I look at, PayPal. Don't even compare them. I really don't compare them to Visa and MasterCard. It's just a similar process. You're going through a third party. That's it. Visa and MasterCard are trying to corner that market because they know for a period of time, that they've got to figure out how they're going to make money in the coming world. And the coming world is going to be, I'm going to whip out my phone and I'm going to pay for that with crypto. Boop. My example is, I'm going to walk into the corner bodega, because I'm a kid from the Bronx. I'm going to walk into the corner bodega. I'm going to get my Bustelo, my Cafe Bustelo, and I'm going to pay for that and my bacon, egg, and cheese. Boop. And I'm going to walk out. That's why I also tell people that when it comes to everyday transactions, there will not be one coin to handle all of those transactions. Facts. There would be too many transactions for any single coin to handle. So at any given time, one coin is going to be faster, one coin is going to be cheaper, one coin. So you'll just walk in and it was like, boop. Or, oh, not that one? Okay, here you go. Bam. You're going to look at your phone. Your phone's going to tell you which one is the fastest and cheapest, and then which one of them do they accept, and then you're going to zap it. And that will be it. One day, somebody will write an application that will pay attention to what it is that they're able to accept, automatically give you the QR code, have your QR code, do the research in your wallet, and then automatically pay. You don't have to make the decision. It will have already been routed through the proper coin, the proper place, so long as you have enough coin to cover the bill. Can you tell that I've been thinking about it a little bit? Yeah. And the reason why is because, I made the announcement earlier this week and probably nobody caught it. We're actually working on our own wallet. We're actually working on our own wallet. Because if you host a website with us, you can already accept, crypto. So why not have a wallet to go along with it? So it's a lot of work, but, we're there. And, we've had a few people say, why don't you come out with a meme coin? Because, here comes Stitch. Come here, Stitchy. Come here. You guys can't see. Some of you can see him on camera, but other people can't because he's not hopping up. Get your pets. All right, go lay down. Go ahead, go lay down. No, he's going to sit there. Sorry, guys. He's just chilling. It's a nice, cool night. He's just hanging out. Yeah, Matt. Stitch is really just chilling. You going to hop up? Come here. You want to hop up? Come here. Uppy. He will not hop up. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Come here. There you go. There you go. This is Stitch, everybody. This is Stitchy. So every now and then we get him on camera. Right? Panonymous Me says hello. Matt says hello. Everybody says hello. Young Miss Floppy Ears said hello to you too. All right? Go ahead. Let's get back to the news. Good boy. So when you look at all the news, when you look at that's happened over the past week, you had, Canada drop their rates, the ECB or the European Central Bank drop their rates. Everybody from the G7 had their conversations. Everybody kind of knew what they were going to do. Everybody's waiting for the United States. Well, because of that job report, nobody's thinking that the job report was going to come in that hot. So now what's in question is, are we going to lower rates? And if we do, when? Because the job market is obviously hot. Even with a correction, the jobs numbers came in really, really hot. If I lower rates, that's going to boost up inflation. That's not what we want. That's not what Powell wants. That's not what anybody wants. But it will absolutely spur the markets. Everything will just take off. And then you had a whole bunch of shorts that, came close to getting stomped, but you had a bunch of longs instead get hit for like 300 million because of the jobs numbers. But that'll all come back. It will all come back. Money is never yours. You're just holding it for the next person. So the trick is, it's not really a matter of how much you make. It's about how much you keep. So what I'm trying to do is teach us all and learn from each other about how much money can we make and how much money can we keep. That's the whole idea. That really is the whole idea. We're still at 50%. 9 votes. No, we're not at 50%. So 9 votes and 56% actually bought on the dip, and 44% said, nah, they didn't buy anything on the dip. So my next question is going to be, what did you buy? For those people who actually bought on the dip, I'm dying to know, what did you buy? So please share. Everybody on Instagram, you guys are quiet. Too quiet. Come on, let's go. I need to see you guys talking. I need to see you guys. Matt needs help. Matt's response, I'm a slut for XRP. All right, Matt, you're a slut for XRP. Why? Give me a good reason why. And I don't care what the reason is. I bet you I can show you how other coins are better than XRP. It's dead serious. And one of them, Hutanic, is going to like flip out because one of the coins that I would name is actually Cardano. XRP below 50 cents is what Victor Gonzalez said. Fastest and cheapest is what Matt believes. Is it the fastest? Is it the cheapest? It's not the fastest. It's one of the fastest for sure, which is why I think XRPL is going to be used best for a stable coin. Dead straight up serious. So when I look at USDC, it's okay. I mean, they've got 20% of the global market. USDT has over 70% of the market. And then there's everybody else. When Ripple comes out with their stable coin and it moves like this, and they start building the pairs, meaning I can swap XRP for whatever, those are pairs. That's when you're going to see things take the hell off for that. But I don't know. Sluts need love too. Pronymous me, you and Matt, both of y'all are on timeout. Both of you are on timeout. Y'all got issues. Y'all got serious issues. But yeah, I think XRPL, the XRP ledger is probably best leveraged for, a stable coin because of that speed. Because of that speed, I think that's what it's best used for. When they first hit the space, Stellar was going to be for retail, and XRP was going to be for institutions. And then XRP has been getting blown out of the water by so many other projects. Polygon, Stellar, and especially Chainlink. Chainlink came to the party late. And it's not necessarily that Chainlink came to the party late. They were already at the party. Swift, who they have the deal with, came to the party late. They didn't have time to develop their own thing because they were asleep at the helm. So what they do, they found Chainlink and partnered up with Chainlink like that. And their Chainlink's just getting walked into all the banks. This is what I keep telling you guys about. So every time you hear news about Chainlink, so right now I should go out and buy some more Chainlink. What is it at right now? Give me a moment. This bites. Let me see if I can watch list. And I hope it doesn't bring the network down, but 91, 78, 96, 94, 74. Okay, cool. So Chainlink is at $16.24, ranked number 15. Shiba Inu took a hit. It's down to 23. Cardano rose a little bit, but Chainlink can still capture them. They're up like to $2 billion above Shiba Inu, and $2 billion between them and Toncoin. Toncoin just pulled away. But yeah, I should go buy some more Chainlink because Chainlink at 16 is ridiculously low. Chainlink at 16 is ridiculously low. I also bought a little XLM Stellar. Yep. And Chainlink, yeah. Hold it. What was that other one? Or is that just the word and? I think that's just the word and Chainlink. Yeah. So for me, what I'm probably going to wind up doing is I'll probably buy some more Chainlink. I'm definitely going to buy some Cardano. And let me see who else is out there that I haven't bought a lot of in a minute. I have some Bitcoin Cash, but I'm thinking about buying more. I already have enough Near. I probably don't have enough Polygon, so that's a consideration. Pepe, I hate to say it, Pepe is also a consideration. Render is another, but here's the thing. I also don't want to use all of my money. The reason why is because I'm waiting for ASI to come out. And that's the artificial super intelligence team that is Fetch, Ocean, and Singularity merging together to create one coin. That coin is probably going to be worth about $7.5 billion. Because it's in the AI space, I don't think it's going to stay at $7.5 billion for long. I think it would go up. I really do think that would go up. Because they have the joy of being really efficient coins coming to work together, and they're in the AI space. That's like a trifecta right there. Like they can't lose. They cannot lose. I don't see it. So I think that would be a good buy for me. I'm still tripping over you guys are sluts for XRP. That's actually cracking me up. So if you look at everything that happened over the past week, what am I expecting next week? Everybody sold off. People got burned, right? A lot of longs got burned. So next week, I'm expecting a whole bunch of people to FOMO in. Why? Because the Bitcoin spot ETFs rose. They rose. So when I look at everything that's going on, I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, wow, we can make some money. Or I could make some money diving into some of these coins right now. Even if I just took my current portfolio and just said, I'm just going to dump money into each of them. I'm going to keep my DCA percentages and I'm just going to take my dry powder and drop the same thing. That might not be a bad idea. Do your own research, but I don't think that's going to be a horrible idea. Right? Because look at how far away Bitcoin is from its all-time high. Do the same thing for Ethereum. Do the same for Solana and the rest of the top 25 non-stable coins. Do that for all of them. And then look to see, well, which ones give me the most upward momentum, the most potential for growth. For example, Shiba Inu is way off its all-time high. Shiba Inu, where are you guys? There you are. Scroll up a little bit. Shiba Inu is 73% off its all-time high. Cardano is 86% off its all-time high. Polkadot is 88% off its all-time high. Chainlink is 69% off its all-time high. Bitcoin Cash, 89% off its all-time high. So, I say this to you to mean that when one ship rises, all ships rise. So it's a matter of when are we going to see those other coins start to rise? It's not altcoin season yet. So you know how that works, right? So Bitcoin shoots up, then Ethereum immediately after, or maybe even in lockstep, and then trailing behind all the altcoins. That's usually how it works. So when I'm thinking about, I just need these coins to hit their all-time highs, and I'm already, in some cases, at 4x, 10x. I'm already at 4x with Shiba Inu, so I could care less. I mean, don't take that the wrong way. I do care, but you know what I mean? I'm already 4x. So if it hits its all-time high, I'm ridiculously happy. I'm dancing a jig down the middle of the street in my boxers, sports boxers, just saying. Fat guys need love too. So when you think about, what could happen and where some of these coins could go, that's why I tell you guys, pay attention to the news that's out there, create your own strategies, and implement your own tactical implementations, right? Handle that on your own. Because I could be wrong about something, but at least you got the news. And you could take that news and couple it with this news and come up with your own conclusions. That's the idea. That's the trick. That's why I still have, I hate this, because they put the emojis right there and it's on top of everything and I can't see the whole sentence. That's why I still have or trade XRP. I just need all-time high. Yeah, but by the time XRP hits its all-time high, I think Cardano will have already been there. I think there are so many coins that I think will already be there. And the reason why is because XRP or Ripple has changed what they want to do. So back in the day, we knew exactly what they were going to do. I still find it, curious that the court cases are basically over. You're back on the exchanges. You got back on the exchanges and you still didn't move. Sure, you went from 33 cents up to where you are now. You went from like 28 cents up to where you are now. That's nice. Nothing wrong with that. But are you anywhere near the $3 and change that you were at before? Nope. So what's that, like a 7x from here? Being that they're like, 52 cents or something like that? That's like a 7x? Cool. Shiba Inu's way off. I can make more money with Shiba Inu, and at least I know which direction they're going. Same thing for some of the gaming stocks, some of the gaming coins. I'm definitely looking at gaming coins because the future will be gaming and metaverse. So whoever's got a solid metaverse play, oh, you have to pay this to get this and do this and blah, blah, blah. Whoever is living the life of Ready Player One already, those people are going to make money. Those projects are going to do something. So gaming and metaverse, I think those things are going to go somewhere. With regard to everybody else, I'm kind of like, maybe. I can't lose with Bitcoin, right? To me, Bitcoin is not a regular coin. I'm gonna leverage Bitcoin to get loans, to do whatever. I'm gonna leverage Bitcoin, which cracks me up because I was reading something and Anthony Scaramucci, Skybridge Capital, cracked me up, and he says, GameStop should probably adopt the Bitcoin strategy. Do the micro strategy and just buy Bitcoin. Yeah, if they'd have done that before, they'd be in a way better position now. I was saying it last night. I think that, it's possible for businesses to buy enough Bitcoin. The value of their Bitcoin is the value of their company more than the business that they were in. MicroStrategy is a software company, but nobody thinks about them as a software company, even though they're building identity software for Bitcoin. Nobody, what is it called? Orange? Nobody cares. You're a Bitcoin company. That's it. That's it. Scientific is doing the same thing. They went out and they doubled down, literally doubled down on their Bitcoin holdings. And now they're trying to borrow another 150 million to buy more Bitcoin. That is exactly the MicroStrategy strategy. So Anthony Scaramucci saying that, GameStop should go buy Bitcoin. That's not a crazy statement. He was being serious. And guess what? I think he's right. Frankly, I have a problem with GameStop being in the position that it's in. GameStop. You've got grown folk at home, don't go out, all they do is play games, and GameStop is trying their best to go out of business. Explain, Lucy. For all those people that know, about, I Love Lucy. Explain, Lucy. How are you doing that? How are you doing that? You've got a pot of gold, and what'd you do? You drilled a hole in the bottom so all the gold can drip out? Like, what are you doing? They're right there in the middle of gaming. They were in the perfect spot to flip gaming from, traditional gaming over here to the digital space. They should have been all over that a long time ago, but their business model was never right. Whenever you walked into a GameStop store, it always looked like trash. It didn't look bright and, inviting. It looked dark and dingy. This is why they're failing as a business, because they just don't know how to run it. If it was me, that's how I'd be running it. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. I know I've kept you guys for a while. I truly thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and ideas with me about what you're doing. Let me end the poll right now so everybody can actually see what it was. It ends at 9 votes. 56 yes and 44 no as to anybody that was buying on the dip, right? Obviously, Saturdays I normally take off. I probably drop articles during the day, so you can read those on growmybag.tv, and I'll be back on Sunday for the Sunday roundup. That's when we really go through, take a deep dive on everything that's happened over the past week, and try to look forward as to what we think is going to happen over the next couple of weeks. And that's actually a good thing to do so that you're reminded of the news, right? And that's what we're trying to do. That's why I tell you to do your research on a daily basis. Don't just do your research, but keep your nose in it on a daily basis so that you understand what's going on and how it's going on, right? So that you can carry that forward and keep it fresh in your head. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for the love. Hope all of you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great evening. Have a great day. Have a great morning. All that stuff. And be safe. Bye-bye.